Hi guys, well I'm here with a garden update. See my hat? Grandma Benny sent it to me because she's worried. And I'll explain to you why it is. Well, okay, so it was sweet of her. She's worried about me not getting a sunburn. Then went to the doctor. I'll explain it all to you. But I'm very thankful for it even more now. So thank you, Grandma Benny. I'm gonna do my garden update. Sorry it's so loud, but we're outside and people seem to think that they have to be loud. So my garden update, because lots of stuff has grown. I've added new stuff, and yeah, it is very humid and hot today, but the reason is because we got some really good rain. It's already mostly sunk in, but we needed it. We've not had rain in months, no moisture, so I am thankful for that. If the neighbors' dogs are too loud, I apologize. You know that they're, yeah, well, they're a pain in the butt. So, there you go. I will see y'all in the garden. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me over the barking. This is my pallet experiment that you can see not a lot grew, but my corn is getting big, and my beans are growing pretty good, except for that little guy over there. Something got a hold of it. I can't remember exactly what I planted right there, so we shall be surprised. I do have some lettuce that is growing, so I'm pretty happy about that. Now my okra, I had given up on it. I had quit watering it and everything, and look what sprung up. So that's pretty cool. Cucumbers in this tire, forget it, a no-go. This is one of my canna lilies that I have got to cut the dead back. They were more that LJ's cousin had given me, and they apparently go into shock really bad, because my other ones, when you see them, look way better than they did. So I've got to do some tender loving care. Here's my pumpkins plants. They're looking pretty good. Here is yellow squash. Look at those beautiful big leaves. Gorgeous. This, this was left from last year, and I just left it to feed the bees, whatever. I was trying to grow carrots, but nothing has sprung up. Here's butternut squash. Doing good. My yellow squash is what's doing the best so far. That and my zucchini. These are some black beans that I grew that I figure it could use the stalks of this lettuce that's gone to seed, and then the little flowers can feed the bees. Here's my zucchinis, which is great because I love zucchini. My hope is that I can get some of them to climb up. Then here is just a mismatch of seeds I had left over that I put in there. I do believe those are sunflowers growing. There's another canna lily that's pretty healthy, but I gotta cut the dead off. It was another transplant. Sorry guys. Hope that wasn't too hard on your ears. There's my cilantro. I grew cilantro and rosemary, but I think the cilantro is the only thing that took off. You see that water bottle in there? I'm trying a self-watering idea. Here's some green beans that I planted among my old Brussels sprout plants, because they can use the stalks to climb for support. This is basil and oregano. As you see, my basil's taken off a little bit. I don't know about oregano. This is some more cilantro. There's more cilantro, and I was hoping tomatillos would come up, but it looks like not. But I had birds picking everything out of there, so. Okay, here is my corn. I'm very proud of this corn. And beans that I'm growing, but I had planted asparagus last year, and look, it's coming up. So I'm not sure what that little plant is, but I have asparagus growing from last year. Apparently it takes a few years to get your asparagus to really come up. There's another asparagus, but that one looks like he's not doing so good. I had 3 or 4 of them. Right now I only see 2 that are doing well. I've got to do some research on exactly how to get them to grow. I planted some flowers to climb up the trellises right there. We'll see how they do. This is my onion bed. I just let it go to seed, and maybe through the winter it'll grow. I gotta weed it. So here's my cucumbers. Some of them doing great, some of them small, and some have shriveled up, but that's okay. This is a little plant that I thought was dead that I'm bringing back to life. This area right here, guys, is like my ER for my plants. Like, it's where I want to be able to sit and look at my flowers and stuff, but it's also where I'm bringing them when they start doing poorly. That's this one is a jalapeno and that one is a habanero, I believe. But those are pepper plants. Here's my rose bush that I had to replant because it was not doing so great up in the front. And I'm starting to think I'm not good at growing roses. So here's all my little babies that I've had to doctor. Doing much better. Except for the coleus back there. Right there. It was, I bought it and planted it. There's, can't remember the name of that one. There's some morning glories. That one I got at Lowe's, half dead, and it's not doing well. That we bought the other day. I can't remember the name of it right now, but I just thought it was very pretty, and I love the orangish red. It is called a Hemilia patens. So we shall transplant that. I need LJ's help to transplant a lot of stuff, and so I have to wait for his days off. Here's my peppers that I started out with from seed. Some of them are growing, some of them aren't. That's okay. So my jasmine plant wasn't doing well in the back, so I've brought it back here. I love jasmine. This is my rose bush that was doing amazing earlier when I first started planting everything. Had a bunch of roses, everything. Now she's just decided to, I don't know, not do so good for me. There's my tomato plants. That's lettuce. This is one that I bought LJ for Father's Day because he, well, you'll see where we're going to plant him. This is some basil and carrots. I see a little bit of basil coming up and maybe a little carrot. Here's the foxglove that I had talked about, but it's not blooming anymore. This is a canna lily that I got on clearance at Lowe's. A yellow one, and it's beautiful. I'm about out of here, y'all. And this is clematis that I got on clearance that I'm doctoring back to health. Okay, this is going to be my cacti garden. Transplanted that dude. The little one next to him, I don't know, he's not doing so good. Those are hens and chicks that I got given that were looking like that when they got given to me. So I'm hoping to get them to, I think I need to cut some of the dead off. But I'm hoping to really fill it up. There's another little cactus I transplanted that's doing it. Those are marigolds because I heard they keep mosquitoes away. Another marigold. My Gouda is not doing good. Very sad for that. But that's my dill I'm growing. There is a century plant, also known as an agave. They're amazing. This is, what is the name of this one? Okay, it's not candy tuft. That's, why can't I think of it right now? Anyway, it gets these really pretty pink flowers. This one, I don't remember the name of it, but it kind of went into shock when I planted it, but I think it's coming back. And back here are some really funky looking, they should have been daffodils. that I got last year on clearance that didn't grow last year. They started coming up, they didn't grow well. So maybe next year will be my year for those. My snapdragons, you see, most of them died. Sad day. These are daffodils that I planted last year that are finally growing and coming up. That behind that daffodil is mini pumpkins. This is lavender. All of this is, the two on the side is lavender, and the one in the middle is a sage. So this tire's had a few things in it, and these two sunflowers are about the only thing that have really done anything. There's some more canna lily transplants that they're doing a little better. That big brown and green thing, I'm not sure what it is. I believe it was mislabeled, but I got it on discount. That's a lantana. I love those. And those are lilies that I'm hoping next year will come back. This garden right here is a bunch of different stuff that I planted for my friend Priscilla's granddaughter, because she just thought it was cool I was growing my own stuff. This is my Black Lives Matter tire. So there's my black-eyed Susan, my Gouda that I can't seem to grow, but it gets pretty pink flowers on it. That is for Brianna Taylor. Then that's a petunia or a violet. I don't remember which, but I couldn't find the flower. I forgot what it was even called now. And then there's the white Shasta daisy. And you've seen, I put the link to Connie's video before, so that's my version. It was doing poorly, but I started this self-waterer, and it seems to be doing better, except for my Gouda. There are, as y'all started out just seeing, there are my morning glories and my moonflowers, and they are doing wonderfully. They were starting to grow up the thing. They are still. If I get them to wind around there, they will. I'll work on that later. So, this is autumn sage and garden sage. I love the red flowers on the autumn sage. I'm thinking that's going to be one of my favorites. Then over here is a peppermint plant that LJ's cousin gave me that's just beautiful. I can't wait to add it to my tea. This is candy tuft and on the right, and I'm not sure what that yellow one's called, but they're doing good, thank goodness. This right here, I'm proud of this one. I wanted a red yucca. They make these beautiful pinkish red blooms, and I got one on clearance at Lowe's, and it's doing great. And this little plant right here, whatever it is, came with it, but it didn't give a name. So, and then this was lavender that I thought was going to die all the way off, but as you can see, new babies is coming up. It just had to get used to where it was at. This, LJ's proud of that. That is a red dianthus. His cousin gave it to him, bought it for him, because he loves the name dianthus. He thinks it'd be a cool name for a group, but I think he Googled it and somebody had already named a group that. But also red's his favorite color. So that's an early birthday present. His birthday's July 2nd, so that was an early birthday present, which was really sweet because since he quit drinking, his family really doesn't acknowledge his birthday because he doesn't go drink with them. Right here is my succulent pot, and as you see, my pink one, my raindrops, I think it got water. I didn't mean to. I know you're not supposed to water it a lot, and when I was watering the other stuff, it apparently got too much moisture, so that little girl is probably going to get dug up and transplanted somewhere all by herself because she's just too pretty to let her suffer. This is some meadow sage that I got on clearance that I just think is beautiful. It has, see those dark purple? When I got it, it had that, and it also has, it's like a multi one, and it has this pink, you can see it if it'll focus, those pink ones. So there's that. Here's my sweet mint that is taken off like crazy. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with this mandevilla, but she's not doing well. Here is another century plant that I'm trying to get it to root because it had no roots when I got it. These little dudes will be transplanted soon. I'm trying to propagate them. This one needs to be planted. I'm growing some catnip that it's not doing so great, but if I don't grow it, no big deal. My strawberries, one died completely, the other, Here's some lettuce I'm trying to grow in a pot. A jalapeno. My hibiscus that are not doing as good as mine were last year. And then here's Tom the tomato. Look, I actually do have a tomato, y'all. And this is my basil I'm growing from seed. I believe that's thyme right there. I'm not quite sure. Those we got on clearance. Let me get down here without falling. Petunias, that's what those are. That's what that white one is too. I just loved the red and white. So I stuck my little star in there and I've got those on clearance. My fairy garden that I tripped on one day. And some more century plants I'm trying to sprout. One of them gets to go to a new home when and if I ever get to the post office. Morning glories and moonflowers. I put a whole bunch of different flower seeds here. So let's see what'll sprout up here. There's my green onions that are, some of them are actually growing. And look, I thought this little rose bush was not going to do nothing for me this year, but I had a nice little surprise this morning. I'm happy. Planted some flowers here. And I had gotten this little dude on clearance. It was looking a lot healthier, but yeah. This is all squash. Lots of different kinds of squash. So let's come over here. These are flowers. Well, right in here should be sunflowers. That's a periwinkle that transplanting didn't go so well. More lantana. These are my gladiolas that, no, they're not. These ones are not sprouted, but wait till you see this. This one's getting a blossom. And then I planted sunflowers in with it. Here's my cannas. I told you they were doing a lot better. See, but my sunflowers in the back. I thought the red and the yellow would be great together. See, that one's starting to blossom again. It already blossomed once. So you can't see the lantana, the red cannas yet blossomed. But when they make a pretty blossom, I'll at least put a picture. Actually, I have some pictures. And I'll add them to this. Well, no, I won't. It's not on the right phone. Well, anyway, I will put some in there eventually. Look at these gladiolas, y'all. Aren't they gorgeous? I think they're just beautiful. That's all the different colors. First, it was only purple. So I'm pretty happy with that. And then that's a canna that I started from tubes when I planted the other ones. So there's my garden update, guys. Oh, and then hold on. Here's my Virginia creeper that was here when we moved in. That I would really like someday for it just to take over the whole fence so people can't see into my yard. But yeah. Okay, so that's it. I am so sorry about the dogs. I hope they're not too loud when I listen to this. And I will be back with a Mental Health Tuesday video.